You're ready for education? Welcome back, everyone. I see we got a few people in chat already. Hello, GG. Hello, X Huntin. Hello, I guess I would call you by your username, which is eating corn dogs. I'm familiar with you, but welcome back to another live stream. I guess we have a list of topics that we're gonna go over, and I'm gonna be debating these same topics with another individual, a transgender individual. A lot of you are familiar with Underwood, or otherwise known as No Wood, or other nicknames that they go by. But yeah, we have about five different topics, so I'll just go ahead and tell you guys the topics before we get into them. We're probably not going to touch on all of them. I'm going to let Scotty here really decide the focus of what he wants to do. Uh, why the first one is, why do you think trans is not a mental illness? Second one is talking about the immigration cost for education K through 12 for illegal alien immigrants. And the third one is birthright citizenship. Fourth one is about Tim Walsh and his recent shenanigans. And fifth one is about, uh, abortion. But I don't know how many we're going to touch on. What do you have to say?
Your introduction sounded like I was a transgender, so
No, not
just
you. No, 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 no. They know you're not a transgender. But go ahead.
just
Give
wanted to
yourself
bring
an
that
introduction.
to the chat because funny stuff. But yeah, no, not a transgender.
But you are a sympathizer.
Yeah, I'll sympathize with them.
Okay, you're a transgender sympathizer. You're an illegal alien immigrant sympathizer.
He's doxing me, guys. God damn it! All
I'm not
right.
doxing you. That's the last thing I would do.
Stole
Okay,
that.
so what do you
Stole
want?
my.
Where do you want to start? Do you want to talk about a birthright citizenship? Do you want to talk about Tim Walsh, or do you want to talk about immigration, K through
GG's
12?
topic
Or how about
because
this? Do you want to talk about the first one? Why do you think trans is not a mental illness?
yeah. So I haven't done any research. This is just going based off my
I
own
can tell you in
knowledge.
5 seconds why I think it is, but go ahead. I'll let you
Yeah. Let's
speak
hear it.
first.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So with no actual information, no research, no looking into, just being a normal day-to-day person from experience of just people around me and living and going through, having family members who are gay. I don't think I have any transgender family members, but the few times I interacted with the transgender, I'm trying to think. I think I've only seen them.
Last night at the bar, come on.
Yeah, at the bar, the transgender bar. I was out in LA.
There is a
Oh
transgender bar in LA?
no, no, I'm kidding.
Okay, 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 dude.
There's there's a drag show. There's plenty of drag over in LA. Was it Weewood? Weewood? What do we call it? Can't remember.
I don't want to
Uh,
remember. I don't want to know.
yeah, I see. That's how little really I'm
So
into
why do
like
you
into.
so why do you not think it's a mental illness? Go ahead. I'm still listening.
Yeah, why do I think it's not a mental illness?
It looks it
Because
looks like it's hard for you to answer. It's hard for you to figure out an excuse on why it's not a mental illness. This is just kind of going bad.
I mean, from just knowing that, let's go back to like how someone does transgender. It's them thinking they're the opposite sex or they feel more comfortable as the opposite sex. And I could see that happening during the development of them within the belly of their mom or whatever, the fetus. While they're developing, they're not going to develop like, not that they don't develop correctly, but there's different ways that the sperm and the eggs mix and the DNA end up aligning. So when you
So do you
develop,
think people are born gay? Is that what you're trying to say?
no, it's also born gay. Being born gay would be like you're attracted to someone. Like eventually you find what you're attracted to,
Okay.
and
So
then
keep going. I'm not
yeah,
going to interrupt you. I want you to finish your talking point.
yeah. So going back to transgender though, because gays are, and how you're what you're attracted to is different too. But so the main transgender not being a mental illness, I think it's mainly just the way someone develops, whether it be within the fetus, whether it be environment, whether it be how they are grown up. whether it be parenting or what's a few other things. There's like a list of things I could
Those all
go
sound
over.
like factors that can change and possibly cause a person mental illness.
Mm, let me think. Let me think.
Because hasn't there been studies out there about people being abused as a child and them becoming the part of the LGBTQ community? I don't want to frame anything as it's not, but that's what I've allegedly heard. And what about the DSM-5? Do you know what the DSM-5 is?
Do not. What is that?
Well, we can look. You can look it. I'm gonna let you look it up for yourself on your computer. But basically, it's a mental diagnosis manual. DSM-5 here. We'll go ahead and look it up. DSM-5. I believe body dysmorphia. Yeah, it's diagnostic and statistical manual of mental disorders. This is what psychiatrists use. It's published by American Psychiatric Association. So you can take a look at that yourself. All I'm going to say is body dysmorphia and also whatever you want to call it, gender dysmorphia, all those things that quote unquote trans people have, they're all a part of the DSM 5. And the DSM 5 is written by the American Psychiatric Association. They're the ones that decide what's a mental illness or not. And they put body dysmorphia and gender dysmorphia and all those things as they don't really label it as they don't tell you right to your face that it's a mental disorder. They'll just tell you that it's part of the DSM-5, and that's a nice way of saying that you have a mental disorder.
Okay, with leaving it at that. Honestly, if the DMSI or
DSM-5.
DSM-5, if DSM-5 wants to politely call transgender a mental disorder,
Well, it's
maybe they have
literally a book, like it's an actual book of. It's a diagnostic and statistical manual of mental disorders. Like it's an actual manual of mental disorders. So everything listed in it is technically a mental disorder.
got it. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with labeling it that way. In that case, I mean, I don't have a problem with them being polite about it, so that's cool with me.
So then you'll basically agree and you'll concede that point then that not I'm not going to say all of them, but a high portion of mental people or I mean trans people have a mental illness of the transmission community.
They have a polite mental
They're in the
illness.
DSM-5. They're in the manual of mental disorders.
I'm okay with that. Yeah,
The trans people are in the manual of mental disorders. That's what they're in.
there you go. Yeah, you won. You're
Someone in the comment section says, "Does the guest think men can magically become women?"
not magic, no.
Not magically, but they can just cut it off and it works.
They get surgery and become a female, not a woman.
Okay, so isn't it called the woman's bathroom, not the female's bathroom?
It is called the woman's bathroom. You're right.
Okay, so then they can't go into the woman's bathroom. Hell yeah, Scotty. You came to your
Yeah,
senses, buddy. Give me a high
un-
five. High five
high
right
five.
now. Awesome. You
Another one.
conceded. We
Another,
converted another one. Got him.
guys,
Got him. We converted another one. He
guys,
no longer thinks trans
another.
women can go into women's bathrooms.
Yeah, chat. Guys on YouTube. Euro 1-2 debates off of me. But the thing is, to me, a debate is not winning or losing. It's about understanding. And if you want to win or lose an argument, we'll win that argument. Debate wise, we both understand each other. How about that?
Sure, I understand that you're doing it from a place of caring, but sometimes the right thing is gonna hurt someone's feelings.
Oh, their feelings hurt. I'm sorry. Sorry, MAGA
No,
fans out there.
MAGA's feelings aren't hurt. It's gonna hurt the transgenders' feelings that can't go into the woman's bathroom because you said that they're not a woman. You said that they're a female.
I will say the way transgender and people who defend transgender and gay and all that LGBTQ, you guys stop getting offended, man. Just let it go. Like it's words. Who cares what MAGA or any Republican or anyone really thinks if they are against you? Just who cares, honestly.
That's the thing. I agree with you 100%. But the thing is, they told me time after time that they are literally looking for my approval. Why would you be looking for my approval? That's very
What about
strange to
you?
me.
They like you.
Well, no, they tell me that I hate them and that I'm a danger to their community.
Well, I will say, yeah, spreading violent rhetoric
I
and
have
saying
never
that
spread any violent rhetoric
anyone wants
about
to
trans people. I say the exact opposite. I say let people mind their own business, leave people alone. If they're 18 and plus, let them do what they want to do as long as they're not involving any children or anything like that.
I'm with you with that. Hell yeah.
Let them
Leave
do
the
what they
children out.
want. They're adults. They can make their own adult
Oh, ooh,
decisions.
since you brought up children, you know what? I agree. Leave the children out of it. Do not make them or transgender them or anything like that. But how about this way of understanding? Because, like I said, this is a debate, which is understanding. Can you and others understand that the reason it is taught, and I don't believe it should be taught at a young age, like 8, maybe like at 13 or 14. And it's not that they're telling them to transgender, it's just teaching them about these subjects so then, if it ever does come up in the real world, then
So they need
they
to
know
learn
better.
about something that's 0.01% of the population has, and realistically, they'll never even notice, or realistically, it'll never even come up in their everyday life. You need them to learn about that at 8, 9, 10, 11, even 13 years old.
The reason I want them to learn and
Why? When is
understand
that
it is
ever going to
because
come up? Has that ever came up with you when you were 9 years old? A transgender person just came up to you and you didn't know what the fuck it was, and they started flirting with you. Like, when does this ever occur?
check this out. This isn't for them interacting with transgender. It's for them if they feel confused.
They ain't gonna be confused. They're 13 years old. They're not getting into those kinds of relationships at 13 years old. What are you talking about? How are they gonna be confused?
So let's do from experience. When you were little, at what point did you like find a girl attractive?
Well, I didn't do anything that inappropriate at 13 years old, so I don't know what your point is.
What point? My point is like when did you find the opposite sex attractive?
Not at 13.
Not at 13,
Not
14,
in that
15.
kind of way. Not in the kind of way
Well,
that genitals matter. Not in the
give me
sexual
an
way.
age. Give me an age. I'll give you my
Not in the
age, and
sexual
maybe.
way.
No, yeah, that's fine. I'm not saying a sexual way. I'm saying just attracted.
Well, it doesn't matter. If it's not in a sexual way, then why do genitals matter? Why do transgenders matter if genitals are out of the equation? Genitals are out of the equation for a 13-year-old, right? Because we wouldn't want
Because
to expose any 13-year-olds to any fucked up Democrat related stuff like Tampon Tim recently did, would we?
stick to the topic. The reason attraction works is because we talked about at the very beginning. It
No, it
runs
doesn't
back to
matter because transgender is all about your wee wee. That's all it's about. If you cut it off or not, that's all it's about. It's just about
I
perversion. So why would that matter to a 13-year-old?
past the transgender talk. This is now
Or if we're
teaching
going to
or
tell a 13-year-old they can pretend to be any gender they want, that's going to confuse them. Because young kids have a wild imagination. We don't need them to be having a wild imagination about all this made up jumble stuff that adults have a problem with having imagination on. I mean, they have such an imagination, you can't even tell me how many genders there are. That's how wild an imagination as a grown ass adult you have. And you want me to put that on children? And just let their imagination go wild? Hell no. I'm not just going to tell a child they can look at gender like their imagination and just make up anything they want as they go. That's crazy talk. Like, we can't even let adults do that because they're just not smart enough to even to figure out what's fiction.
got it. Interesting. Interesting. I find it fascinating the way you see a topic and then what's it called? Like how your mind goes into the understanding of like where you're coming from. So I was just processing.
I mean,
So
science is binary. How many different types of human blood cells are there? How many chromosomes does a human have? How many fingers does a human have? Science is binary. Unless you're telling me gender has nothing to do with science and it's just all imagination.
Interesting.
Unless we're talking about sometimes this animal can have 3 to 6 legs, then okay, that can it can change in a little bit way, but it has to change in a scientific, factual way.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Canada, how's Canada MAGA?
Yeah, check out chat. What is chat saying?
Processing. This guy has dial up. I think they're talking about you. You're wasting your time, dude. They're gonna have an excuse for everything. They use scientific facts when it benefits them, and they don't use it when it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree
How
with them.
many
They
how
do
many genders do you think there are?
as many as you want.
So is gender linked to any science? Is gender scientific or is it imagination?
Oh God, I haven't done enough research on this topic.
So you don't even know what gender is. All right, I
I
can
mean,
understand.
yeah, I mean nowadays with everything
So
going
what
on,
else
like
is there other than man and woman,
what else is there besides man and woman?
and other than hermaphrodites? Man, woman, hermaphrodites. What else is there? Is there something I should
Before
know?
I
If there's another
yeah,
gender out there that I should know about, you should really let me know. Because maybe there's
yeah,
something I've been missing. Maybe you can educate an ignorant MAGA on what other genders there are other than male, female, and hermaphrodite. What other genders are there?
well,
And how
seeing
can
how
we
I told you,
identify them?
yeah, well, seeing how I told you, I don't have much information on this topic and haven't done really any research or actually don't really care to look into it. I can't
I've never
educate you.
met any leftist that has any research on how many different genders there are or anything like that. What about sexes? How many different sexes are there?
Easy, female, male, bam.
What about hermaphrodite?
What's that? I tell you, I don't even know much about this topic. What's a
This is
hermaphrodite?
crazy.
What can I say? I got other things I got to worry about. I'm
Okay,
not
let's
worried
go
about this
back to
topic.
topic a little bit. Let's go back to
Let's
the
go
topic
back.
a little bit. What were we initially on? Okay, so we already went over. Do you think trans is a mental illness?
We're over trans.
Now,
Although,
do you
hang on,
want to
before
talk
you,
about birthright citizenship, or do you want to talk about immigration K through 12?
uh, probably the immigration K through 12, and I want to do two side notes before we get into that. That kind of relates to the transgender and relates to educating the children on the like
Why? Why do
through
you need to
school.
expose children to that kind of filth at such a young age?
Yeah, I want to get into that. Before I get into that
So,
though,
how young
everything
would you
that's
let your child figure it out, and how young would you let your child cut off his wee wee?
Euro, let's help the chat out though. What is the chat saying before I get into that?
No one says anything. They're just all saying three sexes: male,
Tell me,
female,
well,
intersex. Um,
did anyone in the chat tell me what is it called? An Aphrodite? What the hell is that?
if
Anyone in
you
the
don't
chat
know what
tell me
that
that?
is, dude, if you don't know about you're not even qualified then really to talk about transgenders if you don't even know what an intersex is.
That can you just give me a summary? Like
You
I don't
don't know
like
what an intersex is?
no, give me a one sentence thing. I honestly have
Oh
no idea.
wow.
I don't. I don't know. I don't care
Graham,
about
bring
this
up the
stuff.
fact that they claim gender is different to sex, but you can change sex markers on your birth. It's in 46 states. So what do you think about that?
I have no information or knowledge of
I
this.
think
I
it's
mean,
in
I don't really care.
36 states, not 46, but 46 would be unbelievable. It's definitely not in the state of Florida.
Honestly, I don't care. It doesn't affect me or my children or my child or my wife or my family. So
But could one day. Could one day.
yeah, when it happens, I'll
You'll feel bad then when
interact with
they
it.
you'll feel bad one day when a 6'8" transgender woman goes into your daughter's bathroom and you'll say, "Come on in, Tyrone. Come on in."
Entire. Let's.
You'll literally open the door.
I'll be like,
Maybe you'll say it's my white privilege, and you'll and you'll open the bathroom door. Oh my god, that would be fucking horrible, dude.
what the hell are you on about?
You
Oh,
you would probably open the door and be like, "My white privilege."
my white privilege. shit. What else is chat saying?
They said, "Who's this weirdo?" This is Scott from the Discord.
Who's this weirdo? Wow. Get on here. Get on live then. Jump on
So
here,
why aren't you
weirdo.
gonna count on why aren't you gonna look at the camera with a straight face and tell chat why you won't admit that illegal alien immigrants' children, even if they were born here, are a cost to the taxpayers that otherwise wouldn't have been a cost if these illegal alien criminal bastards didn't come in.
Yeah, illegal criminals. Screw them. Fuck those people.
So every single illegal is.
I guess more like a criminal in the sense of like gangs, like or murder or stealing or being a menace to society. Screw those people.
You have to
Screw
add
what
us
I get.
into a group chat if you want me to put you in the live.
Add us to a group chat.
I was telling him to do that.
Yeah, can we get Josh in here? I messaged
No,
Josh.
Josh is ignorant. The two illegal alien immigrant lovers.
Get Josh in here, please.
The two illegal alien immigrant lovers. Are you kidding me?
Come on. Look at if you let Josh come
You
in,
know
I'll
the
let you
thing that you
bring.
talked about before was a crime? That would be profiting off illegal alien immigrants. I'm not going to repeat that on here unless you are comfortable with it. But what you described was a crime.
What Josh described.
No, what you described.
What did I describe?
A 200 well, I can't just see it because it's a crime. You really want me to describe it again?
Yes, please.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. Housing illegal alien immigrants and renting to them is a crime.
Oh, that part. Okay.
That's a crime.
Oh, okay, okay. Got it, got it. Yeah, because one of my friends is illegal. It's talking about
Are you sure he's
possibly.
illegal?
You know what? I want to ask him how he's illegal because like it makes no sense to me. He works here. He has two children. He actually just had a baby on Tuesday, and yeah, I'm confused as far as like I'm guessing the way he explained to me once. It was briefly like he was born in Mexico, and then they came here, and they never went through the process. I don't know if like does that mean he went through like was he did he go through border? Did he go through the over the wall? Like I'm curious now. How did he get here? Like how did he get born over there and then come here? I want to find that
Does
out.
it really
Actually,
matter either way? He's an illegal alien criminal bastard.
yeah.
Why
Well,
are you
he is my
friends with those
friend.
types of people?
He's a cool guy. He plays soccer. He has two kids. His wife is friends
So
with
does
my
every
wife.
other Mexican.
His wife and my wife went to school together since or went to high school together. And he went. Did he go to the same high school as them? I
So
can't
your
remember.
roots with the illegal alien immigrants go deep.
Yeah, very deep. I mean, I'm what 40% indigenous.
Would you say there's nothing that the illegal alien immigrants could do to make you hate them?
Um, damn it, Grant, you're totally. I was gonna do something on my phone, and you're totally throwing me off, my dude. I can't remember what I was gonna do originally. Damn it, man.
Not a single illegal alien immigrant can do anything to make you mad at them. Are you kidding me, dude?
Before, man, I told you I wanted to do two things before we got into this, and look at you. You're getting into it. We have all day to talk about this
Okay,
stuff.
so
Hang
why don't
on.
illegal alien immigrants' children count?
Hang on. Slow your roll. There was two things I wanted to talk about before we got into this, and you just start asking me questions. Hang on. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Um, now I have three things. One, if I could get Josh in here, please. That'd be
Why do we
cool.
need Josh in here? You ain't double teaming on me. Josh is at work.
No, he messaged me. He said he's down.
No, he
Or
ain't coming
did he
in here. We
respond
ain't
saying,
getting double teamed.
well, you could bring someone else in too.
No, then we're gonna have people screaming at each other. If
I'll
Josh
make
wants
it
to come in, Josh can come on one,
all right, fine.
and
Josh
we can
I'll
go at
tell you
it
what.
again.
Tell you what. In that case, since you want to go one on one with Josh, I'm cool with doing this debate later on too with you
Well,
and
Josh
answering
isn't
your questions.
available. And so you're
Well,
cowering out because you can't handle the heat?
no, no, I'm just trying to give you more content.
Well, where's Josh at? He didn't message me.
Let me see. Let me tell him to message you. Yes. Two things I do want to talk about before I go and let Josh in here so he could debate you. And if you want, I could leave so I don't try to tag team. I promise I won't. But where the fuck? How do you do Euro?
Oh,
Dude, how the fuck do you tag you? And
excuse me.
can you message her? I'll just
Sorry,
look up.
chat.
Can you message? Like, what's a felony?
Huh?
Jean Carroll will soon get her 5.8 million and submit the next demo for demo. Dude, how the fuck do you do this? Demonification case against Trump.
Defamation.
Defamation. Holy shit!
I told
I'm
y'all
a math
Democrats
guy.
didn't know how to read. This is living
Yo,
proof.
I'll tell you, I
Illegal
can't read.
alien immigrant loving.
I can tell you,
You
I
probably
cannot
know
read.
Spanish better than you know English. Are you even a damn American citizen?
I wish
Or are
I knew.
you an illegal alien immigrant?
Don't out me like that, my dude. Real quick. He said he's gonna message you, but I want to say, do you know what the Brandolini law is?
What the hell is that?
So it's also called the bullshit law. It states that the amount of energy needed to refute misinformation is in sorry, let me start over. It states the amount of energy needed to refute misinformation is an order of magnitude greater than the energy needed to produce it. So, for example, in a debate, if someone can make many claims in like 10, 15, 20 seconds, but properly fact checking and responding to each one can take much longer. The principle describes this imbalance to communication, regardless of whether the person is intentionally spreading false information or simply mistaken. So, in summary, it takes more effort to debunk bullshit than it does to create it.
Well, okay. Get to debunking. I've debunked all y'all's bullshit. I
Yeah,
destroyed
so
Josh's
I'm not.
article. I don't know why you still defend Josh's article, dude. This
So
whole entire article is bullshit. Anyone that's trying to have a serious debate will not look at that article. If you're trying to look at that article, you're just trying to spread misinformation.
ooh, I like that you said that. Anyone with a serious debate, and I think we already came to an agreement. You think a debate is winning or losing, which
No,
is
anyone that's
not.
trying to look at the real data,
Yeah.
it's not
So,
winning or losing. Anyone that's
yeah. So
trying to look at the
YouTube,
real data,
so
anyone that's
YouTube
trying to
and
look at,
chat.
huh?
Yeah. I was gonna say, so chat. Just so everybody knows, everybody that's watching, a debate is not about winning or losing.
No,
A
it's to
debate is
try to
about
point the data
understanding.
out. And the data I pointed out was that he was lying because he was pulling up data that was showing that the average American taxpayer was a net positive. That's incorrect. Everyone on their computer right now can take a quick Google search and look up, is the average American every single year a net positive to the taxpayer system? And it's going to tell you no. Now, if you look on a longer term scale, maybe over 30, 40 years on the average, because we have a lot of people that become high income earners, yes, they do become net benefit. I don't want to do a 2-on-2.
I'm not. I'll leave if
No,
you like, but
I'm saying Tom Pepin wants to do a 2-on-2. I'm not really
oh,
interested in that. I already did a uh
God.
a thing, and I just think that's like a horrible way to like communicate with people.
Yeah, all good. Like I said, if you want to
Like,
do one
I
on
don't
one,
think any of us are gonna get our ideas across. It's just gonna become a screaming match after 30 seconds.
true that, true that. Although you kind of scream anyway, so even
I'm
on
not
one on one,
screaming. Who's screaming?
not right now, but
Okay, when have I screamed? Show the footage.
ooh, you know what? You know what I'm working on?
Oh my god, are you gonna create a montage of me and post it?
Oh my God, you're so like on top of everything, Euro. I tell you,
Well, sometimes I see videos of me in the background. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is he doing?
what the fuck is he doing?
Oh gosh, I don't
That
want to
shit.
see a. Oh man, it's gonna try to make a completely
It's
disingenuous
muted.
video of me.
Yeah, it's muted. It's not gonna. I'm not gonna play the audio, but it's swiping between things. Hang on. Watch this. It's with your Josh,
Oh my God!
and
Don't
there's
he man
another
trying
one.
to edit? Man trying to edit me. Man's making
We
these
ain't
edits
trying.
of me.
Look at. Wait, hang on. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh my God! Man is making edits of me. Man is making edits of me. Man is making edits of me.
What's with your eyes, Graham? Why are you like? Why are you yelling? You're not even debating
Okay,
with
this
anyone
one
here.
I'm yelling because they pissed me off. At least I was pretending to be pissed off. I don't remember
Oh,
what it was.
Graham, what was your exact statement? Show me a video of me yelling. Oh my God, he's yelling.
Okay, that one was legitimate. I will give it to you, but I meant to say in a debate. Show me one in a debate where I'm yelling.
I could probably find some, so don't tempt me, my dude. Going back to the main thing I was mentioning though, the Brandolini's law, the bullshit law. Try not to throw so many things at us because in order to debunk your 10, you could say 10 things, and I have to debunk every single one. It's gonna
Well,
take me
try
10 times
hard.
that.
You haven't debunked a single one yet, so you're
It's
gonna have to keep
not
trying.
hard.
I get
It's
the
not
more
hard.
things I say, the more opportunities I give you to debunk them, and you haven't debunked one yet. So there should be plenty of at least
Okay,
plenty of things for you to debunk, right?
before Josh comes in here, let me. I've been practicing. I've been trying to see if I could do this. I want to do a little bit of a how would you call it? Like a skit acting. I don't know what you want to call it, but I'm gonna do something to you. I'm gonna see if I could do it. Hang on. Let me get into. Let me think. Hang on 1 second. I'm thinking. So okay, okay, okay. Let me see if I could go off a rift. All right. All right. So, Euro, I want to know what is it that you believe is the reason immigration, as far as children go, who are technically U.S. citizens, why would they be not? Why would you consider them towards the immigration deficit? Why would you think immigrants who are now citizens or immigrants who had kids that are now born in the US are US citizens are going to pay towards taxpayer money because they're going to grow up when they're in their
Okay.
18 20s when no when they're now working and they have money and they're going to be taxed even if they move out of this country they're still getting taxed because if you move out of this country and you lived in another country you were taxed so don't say they don't tax people who are born here with social security numbers because guess what those kids now have social security numbers guess what they pay taxes they're going to pay taxes. Yes, their education from K through 12 might go through our taxpayer money, but guess what? They're going to grow up. Hey, also, how about the past? How about in the past when you told us that or how about in the past when we had immigration and they now are considered citizens? Where are they now? Where are those kids now? Huh, Euro? Why aren't those
What are you
kids being
talking
accounted for
about? What are you
towards the
talking about?
positive? No, towards the positive benefit of the fact that these kids that were kids from illegal immigrants who were back then were considered illegal, they are now adults and they're now paying taxes.
Are
Are
they
they
the
not?
next
Are they
Elon
not? Where's
Musk?
the numbers? Show me the numbers,
Are they
Euro.
the
I
Elon
want to know
Musk?
the numbers.
Anyone named
How much
Elon
is it?
Musk was an illegal? Anyone named Elon Musk came to this country illegally? No, didn't think so.
What?
What is this guy regurgitating? That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're looking at household costs. We won't even say illegal alien immigrants. We'll just say the household of the illegal alien immigrants is a net negative. Then, if you don't want to say the illegals themselves are, we'll just say their households a net negative. And when they come to America, they're creating households that are net negatives. That's fine with me. We won't even say each illegal alien immigrant's a net negative. We'll say their household is a net negative. There you go. Because
So
that you can't even
you
argue with
want
that then.
chat? I won the debate. Euro agrees with me. But yeah.
No, yeah, I'm not agreeing with you. I said we can just change the data a little bit. Since you want to
You
manipulate it,
said
I'll
but you
manipulate it too. So illegal alien immigrant households are a net negative and they should be deported. I'm glad we can agree then. If you're saying I'm agreeing with you, okay, then I'm glad we agree. I'm glad we agree. Let's deport them all out of the country because they're all
okay.
criminals. Because they're all criminals. So,
That's just my yeah. I'm not going into. And Josh is coming here.
huh?
I want
Now
Josh
let's
to
get
come
it
in.
going for a little bit longer. I'm
Is
trying to
Josh?
still convince Josh on how I'm still talking with Josh on how we're gonna do it.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. I'll chill. I'll
I'll
entertain.
tell us give us 10 more minutes. because I still want to
Mm,
get into the last part. So, if you're counting households, would you say illegal alien immigrants are a net negative? We'll just say illegal alien immigrant households. Would you say
whoa,
they're a net
Graham,
negative for America?
Graham, I'm not getting into it with you, man, dude.
No, dude, answer the question. It's this simple. Yes or no? Are they a net negative? Is the illegal alien immigrant household a net negative? You were talking big shit in the Discord. You were talking big shit 2 seconds ago saying that you were acting. Just answer the question. You don't have to get into it with me. Do you think that illegal alien immigrant households are a net negative? Okay, so then we probably shouldn't let them into the country, right? Since they're breaking the law already, correct?
I didn't say anything yet. I'm comprehending your question. I haven't said anything yet.
You went
I'm
like this.
comprehending.
You said, yeah.
No, I was that was me like trying to understand your question because
Do you think the households of the illegal alien immigrants, their entire family, the household, is a net negative on the economy?
and you were talking about like currently, right? Not about their like
I'm talking
future, how
about
they're
currently.
okay, current. So we're not going to count the impact they're going to have when they grow up,
Well,
right?
the average American citizen is not a net benefit to the economy when you calculate military costs, road costs, public transportation, um, and all these factors. When you calculate that in, because everyone has to pay their fair share, right? That's how we fund public services. So when you divide it out, each American on average is a net negative to the economy unless they're making over $130,000 a year. Then they're a net positive. Because even their
So
children cost money, the public transportation, the roads, the military. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, okay. So to answer your direct question related to the current household of illegal immigrants, and you count everything, including their schooling and medical and house, or if they do house, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, it's a net negative
So why would we want these people to come into our country?
because there's more to it. There's a lot more to it.
So if we're looking at it from a monetary amount of view, then you would agree these people are harming our country, correct? Because you already said that they're a negative, a net fiscal loss. Their households, their families.
Yeah, looking into the what was the word you said? Monetary amounts. The very narrow viewpoint, just looking at one single little dot. Yeah,
That's all we
you are right.
care about. They're already criminals, so they're costing us money. They're already criminals. They already shouldn't be here, and they're hurting our economy. Okay, so what other things should I look at? I want to hear your
Oh,
perspective since we already both agree. You basically conceded, so I don't want to hear you arguing in the chat, siding with Josh, acting like illegal alien immigrants don't harm our economy more than they do anything else. So I want to know
oh,
what
that
what
part.
else
Disagree. That part I disagree with.
based on what?
Based on, I'll give you one really easy, quick example.
Hmm.
Those U.S. born citizens that are from illegal immigrants, they're going to grow up to be U.S. citizens, and they have a social security number.
Okay, so that means they're going to be another net negative
They
because they're
pay
not going to pay
taxes.
very much. No, they're going to pay less in taxes than they take from the public infrastructure, the military, and the welfare system.
How do they pay less in taxes?
Because the average illegal alien immigrant's child, the average American citizen, isn't going to make over $130,000 a year. So that means they're going to be a net negative, even if they're an American citizen. That's my
Show me the
initial point.
numbers.
The average American citizen is a net negative. Each of their
Show me the
children in the
numbers.
public school system cost $18,000 a year. So that
Show me
means
the
the
numbers.
average American's a net negative for the taxpayer
Show me
system.
the show me the numbers of where an
Well, I already
child.
told you initially look it up. I said look up is the average American every year a net fiscal positive to the US taxpayer system.
No, I'm talking about one specific little dot, though. I'm talking about when that child is a U.S. born citizen who has illegal immigrant parents, grow up and pays taxes because they have a social security number. Show me the numbers that is not going to benefit our economy.
That is
Show
going to
me.
benefit our economy, but overall they're a net loss. They're a
It's
net
going to
loss
boost
for
our
the
economy.
economy.
Wait, it's going to boost our economy. You said it's going to.
No, I
They're
said
going to pay tax
overall it's a net loss for our economy. It makes our economy
overall.
shrink.
you show me the data and numbers on that? That overall it's going to be a net
I
negative.
literally just told you. Look up, is the average American citizen a net positive or a net negative to the taxpayer system?
Why do I have to look it up? You're making the claim. I want your
So you want
numbers.
me to send you the source? I told you the numbers, 136,000. What do you want directly? Just the source?
That source is directly stating that the children that are, U.S. citizens that are from illegal immigrant
No, this is
parents.
just showing they're U.S.
Oh,
citizens, right?
so that's not the source. You
The
just said
children.
no.
Wait,
So
wait. The children's U.S. citizens, right?
the children are U.S. citizens. They're going to pay
Okay, so
taxes
I'll
on
just
it,
look up, is the average U.S. citizen a net positive to the taxpayer system? Because that covers them as well, because they're U.S. citizens, correct?
but not when they're adults and paying taxes and
They
having
are
their
U.S.
jobs.
citizens when they're paying taxes.
Yeah, when they're adults, right?
So I'm going to
So they
look
have
up, is
jobs.
the average American citizen a net positive to the taxpayer system? When you
Is
include
the
infrastructure and military, the answer is going to be no. Because I've looked this up about 10 times already in the last 2 days.
is the average American a net positive? But why are you doing net positive? The fact is they're contributing to our
Either they're a net
economy.
positive or you're a net negative. Either you're making money or you're losing money. Would you agree?
Are you comparing the fact that
Either
they're
taxpayers are making the government money or they're costing the government money. Would you agree? That's one of the reasons why we have such a high deficit. Because all these welfare systems, all these public services cost money. So either our government's making money or our government's losing money. Would you agree?
Chad? Do you remember what I said about the
We're talking
Brandolini's
about
law
how a
where
country's written, how a country is how a country is ran. So either there's a net positive or there's a net negative, correct? We look at a country like a business because we have a massive deficit. So either a US citizen is a net positive or a net negative on average. And there's a certain income you got to make to be a net positive.
yeah, Chad, do you remember what I said about the Brandolini's law about bringing up 10 claims in a minute? It
That
takes
that
an hour to
that
bring up
was only one claim. It's been one claim for the last 10 minutes. My single claim for the last 5 minutes, the last 10 minutes is that the average American citizen is not a net positive to the economy. And you asked
Is
me,
that
why
true?
does a net positive matter? And I explained why it matters, because the country's ran like a business. So if people are costing the country more money, that's not a good thing. If they're helping the country by paying way more taxes than they cost, that's a great thing, right?
Is that true? Let's double check our discussion.
Yes, just it's one thing. Is the average American
Oh,
a
I'm
net
sorry.
positive to the taxpayer system when you include the military cost and the infrastructure?
Very sorry, Graham, if I kind of what's called got you a little upset. I heard that, and I don't want.
I'm just
I'm kind of
disappointed. You
just.
can't look this up.
I mean, it's not my. What's that word? Like, there's a word for it, but it's not my claim to look up because I'm not the one
Okay,
making
I'll
the
send
claim.
it to you. If you want to, apparently, if you just wanted a source, you could have just asked me. I would have
Yeah, yeah.
easily
So
sent you a source.
I think through the lines, through like me talking, that's what I was kind of going for. Send me the source. Send me the sauce. Um, Hunting said, "Stop trying to back out, Scotty. How dare you, Hunting? Jump in here. Come at me, bro." Um, if you have parents who are here to work and you are born here, they take their kids' education seriously. Amen.
No, I've seen plenty
Uh,
of them. They don't. A lot of them don't care.
a lot of them become nurses and doctors and go into
Sure,
healthcare.
sure. But it doesn't mean we should let them all in. Mostly the legal ones do that.
Uh, KGM said, "Can I borrow 150 bucks?" Sure. Give me your Venmo.
How do you know he's gonna pay you back?
He didn't say. Oh yeah, he said borrow. Huh? Didn't even expect him to pay me back. I was just gonna give it to him.
Then give it to me.
Uh, yeah. Why do you need money? You
If
said
you
you
give me
you have a
$150, I'll donate some of it to charity. How about that?
to illegal immigration.
No, I'll send it to I'll put some more money on what's her name's books, not her books, her the Venezuelan girl I sent you her GoFundMe.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I sent her. I don't know if you
I
guys saw that
saw
in the
on it.
chat. I sent,
Yeah, I
yeah.
appreciate that. We
Oh yeah,
appreciate
no.
that.
Absolutely. If I have extra, I'll absolutely
Let's
donate to
see.
that. I was bummed out nobody else was able to because I was like, oh man, I was hoping if
No,
I
a couple other people
donated,
did.
did it? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. I didn't see
And
that.
I'm
Hell
going
yeah.
to too. But what were we talking about? Okay, we were talking about. Okay, here we go. Congressional Budget Office. There we go. Here we go. Um,
I think a topic, my dude. We're on YouTube Live. We're not
hmm?
gonna stay on topic. We're just gonna kind of mess around. I'm not
He
really
said he'll
fully
donate it to
invested.
ICE. Yeah, can you send me 150? I'll
Right.
donate it to ICE.
Yeah. What's it called? I'm not staying on, or not that I'm not staying on topic, but I'm not really going into wanting to talk about the illegal immigration right now because, like I said, I want Josh to jump in.
Well, I'm gonna let Josh jump in, but you said you were gonna talk about it. Here, I'll send
Talk
you
about
from
what?
the
Sorry.
Tax Foundation, but you
Oh,
might
you know
have
what
to
I was gonna
really
do?
look through it, huh?
Yeah. You know what I was gonna do? Let me lower you for 1 second. Hang on.
Here, I'll go ahead and send you a couple of these articles that I screenshotted too. Are you there still?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I'm still here.
Here we go. Family of four needs 115 to $190,000 to be a net positive.
Mm, okay. Let me.
That's according to someone in the chat, not my numbers.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the thing you sent me. That's what that was stating. But gotcha, gotcha. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, so do you realize now that even their children are not going to be a net positive? It's a lineage of it's a long lineage of fucked up. The best thing we can wish for is doctors, soldiers, and nurses. Other than that, it's a complete waste of space for our country. It's $36,000 a year just to feed their fucking no. It's $36,000 a year just for their fucking kids to go to school, Scott. 36 fucking $1,000, 18,000 per kid, and that's not even including everything else. So realistically, they really need to make like over 200,000. But this article is kind of conservative on the number. They didn't give such a large number. They just gave a very baseline number of 130,000, 150,000. I'm gonna let you look at this, and then when you're done, I'm gonna get Josh in here.
Oh yeah. If anything,
Let me ask
I'm gonna
Josh
look
one more
into it.
time if he can do it
What
through
was
the
that?
phone.
Oh, Josh. Yeah. I was
I
gonna
think
say
we'll get
I'm gonna
better
look into it.
numbers if I do it through the phone.
True. I'm gonna look into it, but I'm not gonna go over it right now because I like to fully
Yeah,
digest
please
and
look it down, and please make sure if you're reading any articles that they include the cost for the roads, because everyone has to pay their fair share of the roads, and make sure it includes the military budget, because everyone has to pay their fair share of the military budget. That's how all these public systems work. Everyone has to pay equally in taxes to make these systems run.
true. I mean, with the roads too, it's like every time I drive on a road, I think, damn, it's a good thing I paid my taxes.
Exactly. So you might as well count that on there because everyone knows that cost towards it. So if you look at
I'm
this, you
legal,
will be
so
fucking amazed. You will see how fucking
you know,
hilarious it is. This could even
you know,
red pill you. Maybe after reading
you
this, you'll realize that that they cost so much money that like we shouldn't allow barely any immigrants into this country. And don't get me started on the healthcare costs. These articles aren't even including the state costs for the healthcare. Like I've never even seen a single one that accounts the state healthcare as a cost. And I know it's
I
only
gotta
about
go.
15 of the 50 states, but damn.
Gotta go help real quick. If you want to leave me in here, I'll mute and just listen. I won't jump in, but
Okay.
talking to
Okay,
you, if you kick
I'm
me
gonna
out,
get
all good
Josh
too.
in here. I'm gonna end the stream and
Yeah,
try
yeah.
to get Josh.
Oh, there you go. That works better too. All right, see ya.
See ya. Peace out. Like and subscribe, everyone, if you haven't already. I'm gonna be out of here. We'll give it about 30 seconds. But yeah, we're gonna get Josh in here. This is gonna be good. Josh doesn't have work today. and I bet we're gonna have to get back into what we were into before. I mean, listen, we already done a whole breakdown. Illegal alien immigrants' children gets federal benefits, and they get state insurance, and they get a bunch of other benefits. I mean, I don't know what to tell you other than I don't know why you love illegal alien immigrant bastards so much. Just come to the next uh, debate, the next live stream that we're about to have, and you can have a good time, okay?